What's up, everybody? Surprise, surprise. Got the hood open on the 12 valve. This is my 1995 Dodge Ram 2500 turbo diesel with the 12 valve 5.9 liter Cummins. And I've just been reading a lot online about playing with the p7100 fuel pump. And I'm just trying today to get just a little bit of free power out of it. I've been reading a lot of reviews about the pre-boost screw, and also about, obviously sliding the fuel plate forward as well as the smoke screw on the rear. This is just going to be like a little short video for you guys because I've already kind of started a little bit, but right now I'm just taking off the 8mm hex cover for the top of the pre-boost screw, and I just wanted to let you guys see what that looks like and about the reviews that I've kind of been reading and watching. I'm just going to start one notch at a time. I'm not trying to get too crazy here. This is a completely stock motor, 161,000 miles, but I would like to puff just a little bit of black smoke. I'm not really looking to add a ton of horsepower here. I'm just going to be doing a couple of small things more to come. Mostly right now, I'm just kind of going one part at a time here. I wouldn't say necessarily restoring the truck to its former glory, but definitely making some more modern improvements and trying to gain a little bit of power. It's got the stock exhaust on it right now. I do have the Cannon air filter on here, which I do really like, and it also has the new the new Spool Logic turbo that I put on there, which is just factory boost. I did a couple of things up here just to relieve a little bit of the pressure, and actually I also want to do 3 and 4 as well for the future. But as you can see, everything else is fairly straightforward in stock. And what we are talking about today is this little guy right here. Get the light too. This guy right here. And like I said, this top hex bolt was an 8mm. This is the top of the AFC housing. You can already see that I already have it plugged right here to gain a little bit more boost. And I would say that it definitely worked. Plugging that, it definitely brought it up a little bit. But what we're talking about right now, everybody keeps talking about this star wheel in here. And I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna try and maybe move the camera a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that little guy right there. So I'm gonna go in here today and I am just gonna play with it. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna back it off a little bit and see what that does, and I'm gonna bring it back to where it was, and then I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit and just see what the difference is, and maybe give you guys a couple of little results here. This is the back of the AFC right here, obviously. That's the so-called smoke screw. This one is the original, and it still has the tamper-proof screw on the bottom side of it and the flathead right there. I haven't even played with it at all. This is the first day just kind of going in here, and we're gonna just see what's going on. And I would just recommend that you have a couple of handy little tools. Mine was an SOB to get off of there. It was been painted, so it was kind of seized on. I've got a couple handy little tools. I would recommend you use a little flathead, and if you don't have that, then I've also got like a picking device that is just a spearhead, because I just want to get in there and move it just a little. But it's always nice to have your tools and be set up for what you're working on. So I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna play with it a little bit, and then I will bring you guys up to speed here in a little bit. I'm just gonna go set you up over here somewhere. Let you just chill. We're gonna put your ass right over here so you can look at me looking all fucking pretty and shit. All right, guys. Let's see. Get back up in here a little bit. You can't see it, but I actually made a mark and then I just moved it just a hair, basically 2 clicks or maybe like 1/8 of a turn, not very much at all. And I want to jump in here and see what it did, because it's better to start small than to jump in and do some crazy stuff. Because my truck runs great, but I want it to juice her up a little bit. Still seeing a little bit of little gray. Ain't no black in there yet. So I guess that means I've never seen anybody do a video with the motor running and looking at the star wheel. I want to see if it moves. It does. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I am going to play with it just a little bit more, do a little trial and error process here, and you guys let me know if you see a little black puff out of that puppy, because that's what we're going for here. Alright, I don't know if you guys can hear me or see me or give a shit, but I just moved the star wheel for the second time facing the motor, and it seems to have gotten worse throttle response. So now I'm going to go back, I'm going to bring it back towards me, back towards the driver's side door, back to where I was, and then work my way back and see what it does. So, let's see. I'm at 5 turns to the wards of the pass and run starboard. Alright guys, so right now I've got 10 turns toward the passenger side on the start wheel. And I just made a couple of passes. I left it open. I've never seen anybody do it. I did it. It didn't blow up. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, I did a couple test passes just to see if I can notice it. It seemed to me like I went 10 turns to the passenger side. So if you're looking at that, dude, that's it right there on the left. I did 10 little turns to the right, passenger side. And to me, it definitely seemed like it gave it a little more pre-boost. But I think I'm also gonna take the top of this off today and maybe slide the fuel plate forward. And before I do that though, I'm actually gonna bring it back 10 turns to where it was originally. That way I kind of have a good base model to go off of. So I'm gonna bring it back 10 more. Then I'm gonna take the top of the AFC housing off of here. Doesn't look like it's too complicated. Slide the fuel plate all the way forward towards the front of the engine is what I've been hearing. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna test that on its own. Like I said, I'm gonna bring this back to stock where it was. I'm gonna slide the fuel plate forward, do a couple of test laps, see what I think about that. If that's okay, then I might dial it up 5 turns with the fuel plate slid forward, see what that does, go 10, usually stop there, I think, and just see. And I will make a couple more videos. I know this is running a little long, but I have never seen anybody do a video with this off of here and running it. So I just wanted to do that for you guys. If you like it and you want to see more videos of similar content, mostly involving this 12 valve Cummins that I am slowly restoring. Got a bunch of new valve cover gaskets in yesterday. 3 of them look great. I still have the other 3 that I need to do. Comment, man, let me know what you guys think. Is this shit look janky as fudge, or is there a better way to do it? This is just some freaking backwoods engineering right here. It seemed to me like it worked. I ran both these down into a can down there, and so far for me everything's been working good. You can see where, you know, it's got a little bit of oil has definitely come up, just a tiny bit. It's not like this thing's leaking oil or anything, but to me it seemed like it definitely vented it a little bit. I had also thought about buying the Case Tractor double unit with a breather, and I thought about buying 3 of those, but like the rest of you guys out there, I'm fucking broke, and I am just trying to make do farm style. So thanks guys, we'll see you another day.